So Xerochrysum bracteatum has been heavily cultivated. This is grown from local seed. This is a more traditional form for the Illawarra with the yellow flowers, but they do come in some different habitats with different growth heights and different colour variations. Very naturally in sun, like full sun or dappled light, so they're typically an understory species. We get them quite a lot in Illawarra around grassy woodlands and Melaleuca armillaris tall shrubland. They can handle dry periods quite well, but they don't mind a bit of a drink as well. In terms of habitat value, these are really great. So these are especially good for pollinators. So it has a really widespread distribution across Australia, and there's many places where where Xerochrysum bracteatum will actually be a local native for you, and they're really good for a lot of like butterflies, hoverflies, solitary bees. They create quite a good nectar store, and I quite often see pollinators buzzing around this one, and when I'm out in the field I see usually quite a lot of pollinator activity around. Environmentally, the uses for this are somewhat limited. So typically revegetation projects, you're planting trees and shrubs, you're not really always initiating that understory stuff, but if you are working on a project where there's scope for understory biodiversity boosting, or where you know they occur naturally and you've got other limitations like height limitations and stuff from the site, then these are a great choice. They're really fast growing, they set seed quite readily, and they come up from seed quite readily as well, so they'll colonize areas, which is really good. Especially in the communities they're found in, they're quite often growing alongside other really good herbaceous plants like Plectranthus species that are similar in their ability to set seed. So really good if you're doing like sort of grassland restorations and understory biodiversity boosting. In the garden, they're just amazing to have. I mean, this one here, like I said, has been growing for a while here. It's flowering quite readily through winter. We're in July at the moment. It's absolutely covered in flowers. They make excellent cut flowers because they're a paper daisy type flower, so they'll keep their colour and their shape for a long time once removed from the plant. They're good for drying as well, so they're a really good one for that. In terms of propagation, you can do cuttings of these, and that's how they typically do the different colour variation cultivars, but they grow really readily from seed as well. So all you got to do is pinch out the seeds off one of the seed heads, and then you sprinkle them on a seed tray. I typically don't cover them, or if I do, I just put a really light covering, just something to hold the seeds down because they are wind dispersed, and then yeah, just a nice even watering and plenty of warmth. They tend to germinate best around spring, summer, although you will get germination in the cooler months if you have a greenhouse or something like that to grow them in. So that's it for this one. As always, thanks a lot for watching. If you like this plant profile and you want to learn more about some of our local native plants here in the Illawarra or Australian native plants in general, then check out some of my other plant profiles. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye for now.